Ready, and action. All right, guys, what is up? Welcome back to another day in the life, riding along with us over here at Spiro Pools, checking out job sites and seeing what's going on. So throughout, like always, you're gonna see behind the scenes and stuff you guys normally don't get to see. We're gonna kind of go into a little bit more depth for you today as far as like what kind of sets us apart a little bit than what other people do, what they don't do, and the things that make Spiro who we are as a company here that kind of separates us from the rest of them. So throughout the day, we're gonna kind of show you these little points throughout, really make it interesting for you guys and try to give you guys some different concepts, different ideas you guys don't see on our past ones. So go ahead, hop in the truck, let's ride along, let's see how the day rolls out. So one of the things that you will notice that we do on all of our job sites is we do install our custom silt fence on all of our job sites. So that way everybody knows where our job sites are. If any of our vendors, any supply house are dropping material off, they know right where the job site is. Also with doing that, we're able to keep our job site confined to that job site and that workspace. So we don't have to worry about messing up the neighbor's yards, spilling over any dirt into the street, and all that kind of stuff. So this is something that we do on all of our job sites that really make us stand out. It's a little bit different than everybody else is gonna do for you. You can see even on the job next door here, being done by a different pool company, you can see that they do not have their silt fence up, even though they are on a waterway, which is not code, you gotta have that on there. But you know, we just do what we gotta do the right way the first time. Don't try to cheat corners, but so that comes with a price. Unfortunately, like next door here, they were a cheaper price for the homeowner. They gotta cut corners. If the price is cheaper, they're cutting it somewhere, and that's gonna be on the efficiency in the project and how it's flowing for you. That's one thing that we definitely pride ourselves on, is keeping job sites clean, keeping the environment looking nice. Happy neighbors, happy job site for you. So we definitely like to make that happen. Also putting our name on there, so if your neighbors do have any questions or any issues, they know who to contact. They're not bothering you as a homeowner. One little piece that we do to kind of make that happen for you. All right, guys, we're over here at the Bartman residence, same neighborhood, over here in Tidewater. We love this neighborhood. We've done 5 or 6 projects in here already. So with that being said, we're gonna come back here, check, make sure we're ready for stucco. That's gonna be going in this weekend. So before the cage goes up, we like to get the walls all stuccoed on the big retaining walls we have back here. That way the railing and everything like that is mounted without having to be removed at a later date to get the stucco done. We go ahead and do step A before we do step B to save time. So let's go ahead and head on back there and see what we got. All right, so right here is what we're referring to. This is gonna be the retaining wall right here. So this here is going to be stuccoed to match the stucco that's on the house. And we get those rails attached to this surface here to be able to complete the railing system that goes up to the pool deck area and gives that finished off look. When that's all completed, it can be painted to match the house, and it all looks like it was all one throughout. So when we head on the back over here after that. So what we're looking at with this as well is seeing the areas where the pool common wall and the retaining wall meet. We're having to grind this area down, make that transition even, and we stucco that. You won't be able to see that transition difference between the two of them. This bond wire that you're seeing right here as well, this right here is going to be, we are going to cut it into the wall and put that bond wire inside the wall all the way down. And that way we have the continuous loop around, and you're not seeing that on the exterior of the pool deck area to be able to give it that finished look and make that look nicely for you. All right, guys, so we just finished up a couple job site check-ins. So it's about 3 o'clock now. We had to run over to my little girl's school. They have now that it's summer, they have one of their little cheer camps going on. They're gonna do a little performance now that their cheer camp's over for the summer. Show everybody kind of what they learned in their 1 week in this cheer camp, and then we're gonna keep continuing on and checking the rest of the job sites. So we're a family-ran company over here. That's the nice thing about it, is that when you do hire us over here at Spiro, we are a family, locally owned company. We are not the big PE companies, private equity companies. We are local and involved in a local environment in this local community here. So we have to do this stuff in the summertime with the little ones every once in a while, make our appearance at the schools and stuff like that. But we do that, make that appearance, and then we keep going, and we keep making sure the job sites are moving. So it's 3 o'clock now. We're gonna make that stop, and we'll maybe hit one more stop after this and give you guys another update. The other one that we have for you is a very large grotto pool that we're building out in Cape on the Water. Full backyard space, all total landscaping, 6-foot trunk, palm trees going in, the whole 9, whole backyard oasis. Pretty much said he doesn't want to see his neighbors or see the canal behind his house, so we're putting together for him. So the foreman crew's over there. When we wrap up over here, we'll be heading over there. So we will fast forward to getting to the school. We'll give you a couple clips for that, and then we'll hop to the next one after that. We'll see you guys there. We are back on the road again, getting ready to be at our last and final stop for the day. Checking in our form crew on one of our larger grotto pools over here in Cape Coral. Before we made over here, like I said, we had to stop by, check on a couple of things. We went by my little one's ECS cheer show. It was not a Top Gun show, but it was an ECS show, so we're there for it. And then we had to run by a supply house, grab some supplies for Brent that is doing a startup over off of Summerlin and Fort Myers. So we did that, got him what he needed before we made our way over here to the Cape. So a little bit longer of a day than we normally would do, but we're out here making sure we're getting everything done. We're gonna check in on the job, see how it's coming along, and we're pulling up here now as we speak. So let's take a look at it and see how it's all coming together. We'll see you back there. So what you're seeing here is all different string lines everywhere, all dimensions throughout. We got our lower, this whole back section that you're seeing out by the water is gonna be the big grotto over here. You got the retaining wall that's running all throughout. You're gonna have a lower deck in the rear here. So on the back side, there's gonna be a lower deck area that you can be able to go down to, sit down out there, be by the boat, have a fire pit area, all that kind of stuff back there to really bring this and make this its own space. So we're really maximizing the entirety of this backyard back here and really not leaving any space untouched. And when we're done here, we're gonna have massive landscaping all the way around this whole thing, big 6-foot trunk palms all the way across the back, all the way across the front. There's a whole addition that's gonna be going on all through here. So you can see here the height of this retaining wall back here. So in this section here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some greenery on this wall to hide this so it's not just a big, huge wall. We're gonna do some cable railing right here for our fall protection on this section. Right over here is our lower deck area. So right over here is gonna be where we have the seated fire pit place, to where you can sit back here, have a gas fire pit going and a fire pan. Stairs coming down from both sides over here, left and right side, full length steps coming down in here, and then you'll have another set of steps going from here down to the dock, basically from there. So, so it looks so far like it's coming together good. All along this section up here that we're looking at is gonna also be the massive 6-foot grotto, all natural rock, big waterfall shearing on the other side. It's really gonna come together nicely here. So let's take a look on this side here. This here, I'm trying to think if we should lower this a little bit. I might lower this a little bit more. I just got to see what we got riser height-wise on here, but I might lower this. Hold that down a little bit. I'll come back out tomorrow to check on it with the guys. Yeah, and that's gonna return into that wall perfect. And basically it's gonna go from a big, huge wall out here to basically nothing once we get to the top side. So far it's looking good. We got all of our string lines out, making sure everything's staying square with a freeform pool. That's something we really gotta be careful with about, is making sure that we are keeping everything square still and keeping all of our lines straight. On this far side over there, you can see they're starting to make the radius points all the way around. Use a Luen board that we saw up front to make those bends with the forms. Big spa over there on the right side. So this thing's gonna be a beautiful masterpiece and backyard oasis over here in Cape Coral. So that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for you today. We hope you enjoyed it. Try to keep it short, sweet, to the point for you, like always. Remember, hit that like and subscribe button and comment below. Let us know what you want to see, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace.